Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews, now with Windows Mixed Reality. Today we're going to review and play Blind Spot VR. Blind Spot VR is a game just released on the Steam store today for the HTC Vive, Valve Index, and the Oculus Rift. However, I can confirm this game works perfectly fine on Windows Mixed Reality. Now, I did prefer the Oculus Touch controls just because with the full locomotion, it just felt better with the joysticks versus on Windows Mixed Reality. It's on the trackpad. And there's two problems with the locomotion. One is there seems to be like a momentum when you're moving. So you might be intending to go forward only so much, but the game you just keep going just a little bit further than you want. That's like you have a lot of forward momentum. And number two, it's head gaze based instead of controller based. So if you look left and right, that's the direction that you'll go forward in. It does have snap turning. This is a story-driven VR adventure according to the store page description, but I would call it just a walking simulator for VR. This game took me about 5 hours to complete. However, I did experience two bugs which caused me to increase the playtime. I had to basically go to main menu or quit the game and restart, and then I lost some of my progress. So I would estimate this game would take most people 3 to 4 hours. I was really doing the scenic tour, trying to find every little secret, every little nook and cranny. I found the puzzles to be very delightful. This game is perfect for those of you who are just casual gamers or like puzzle games but don't like the puzzles too difficult. For puzzle veterans, you might find the puzzles here too easy for you. I found them to be the perfect mix of difficulty. Some were very easy, and you'll see it in the video that I show that some of them are just very context driven. You basically just click on here, click there, you move the story along. I sort of showed that first real puzzle with the cabinets. If you saw that, and if you've done puzzles before, you could probably figure that out very easily, but there are more tricky puzzles as you go along. I didn't show any of the tricky puzzles in my video. I didn't want to do any spoilers for that, so beware. There are some puzzles that did stump me. Nothing that stumped me for a very long time. I think maybe the puzzle that took me the longest maybe took me 10-15 minutes to figure out. Some of it was just trying to figure out what item to use and how to use it. Were some of the more difficult puzzles, but there are some little logic puzzles here and there, but nothing too difficult. So if you're looking for a casual, relaxing gameplay, this is perfect. Again, it's a walking simulator, so it is story driven. However, I did not particularly like the story. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I think the story was horrible or anything like that. It's just a lot of the translations were very rough. So it's very obvious this game has been translated, and some of the translations didn't make a whole lot of sense, and there was just some grammar errors, and it's just very rough. It's a story about a brother and a sister. I don't want to say more than that, but obviously there's some tension there in that relationship, and then also a missing father. And this story really explores those relationships, and it might be something that a foreign audience may relate to better than an American audience. So I don't want to say too much more about that other than, I myself didn't particularly enjoy the story, but it was okay, just okay for me. What I really enjoyed, though, was the puzzles. I did enjoy also the length of the game. We get so many games that are so short, so this one at least has a little bit of content. Like I said, it took me 5 hours, but I would estimate most people 3 to 4 hours is what you would expect in this game. There's really nice cinematic scenes in between, so a lot of the story is told through text. So there is no voice acting. There's a lot of text, whether it's from reading your mobile phone or just finding pages strewn about and then you read it later on your mobile phone. And a couple of these just cinematic scenes where you get sort of a understanding of what's going on here, these past events, and how they shaped what the issue that's going on in this game, the current dilemma facing these characters. There are some really good set scenes in here. Pretty big game world. Not the biggest one, but it's like you go from one good puzzle area to the next, mixed in with a lot of easy puzzles in between, mixed in with these narrative driven portions. And I found the pacing to be really good. I really enjoyed that. There are some generous checkpoints, but like I said, I did lose some progress due to 2 bugs that I experienced. I did post those bugs on the Steam community forum, so if you want to know more about what bugs I experienced, go check out the Steam community forums. Again, Fast Lawyer. Overall, I did enjoy this game. It's one of the better VR walking simulators I have played, but I kind of want to put a little asterisk around that statement. You know, honestly, there's just not very many good walking simulators in VR. So walking simulators is not a very good, strong genre in VR. So when I say it's one of the better ones, that's what I mean. You know, it's good because there's just not a whole lot of competition out there. But I did have fun. I did enjoy this game. If I have to score it, I would give it a 7 out of 10. I think it's a good, solid game. But it really could have used better controls. Like I said, I didn't like the locomotion. It does have snap turning, but you know, I would like smoother locomotion with smooth turning. I would have liked, you know, voiceovers, English, American or English voiceovers, and I really enjoyed the puzzles. That had good length. So overall, I give it a 7 out of 10. I do recommend it. The price might be a little too high, but given the amount of content, I think it's okay.